Wednesday, I think. Can be Wednesday. I'm trying to turn Instagram on. Everything's slow. Yeah, happy Wednesday. Who's starting you on Reality with Krista Marie? I saw people here. Hi, Aaron. Let me know if you hear everything okay. All right, live here. Everybody's here? Okay, cool. Okay, Reality with Krista Marie. This is Who Started You On podcast, and we are discussing Who Started You On. But I'm not doing like OC or Salt Lake. I'm doing both. I'm just going to do Who Started You On because I have to get us into the schedule of doing OC on Wednesdays, even though it comes out tonight. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Mimir. So you can hear me okay? If you can hear, as long as you don't hear the fans and you guys can hear me, just say, yeah, you can hear me. Okay, that's good. All right. I guess you guys can hear me okay. So we're going to talk about OC and Salt Lake. And okay, good. Lisa, Whitney, Meredith, Angie, Whitney, and everybody else. And Shannon and Alexis and John and Alexis and Emily and Heather. I think we did most of them last week anyway, but we're going to do them again because I have to get in the schedule of doing OC on Wednesdays and Salt Lake on Fridays, but since it just started last week. So yeah, so please like, comment, subscribe. Okay, can't get my drink open, and share this. And Friday, so Friday tonight, Salt Lake's on. I didn't get a screener this week, so not that it would matter to you guys, but I'll watch it tonight and we'll do it on Friday and know who's starting on and all that. Yeah, no, I just had to curl my hair today. But wait, let me make sure. Don't let. Okay. Oh, I forgot to do that. Hold on. Oh my god. Hold on 1 second. Sorry guys. Hold on 1 second. Be right there. I forgot about Twitter. Don't tell me Q's on right now. Hold on. Sorry. There we go. How about that? Okay. I'm back. Okay. Now. Who's starting on podcast? I'm on Twitter. We're live on everything. Now we are live on Twitter. Now we're live on, yes, everybody's there. Okay, good. And if Q's live right now, I have no idea why I didn't see that, but hopefully, I don't know if she's been on for long, but we usually wouldn't do that. So, yeah, but I got people coming in the room. So, all right. So let's start with Heather and Emily. Now, I know everybody watched it. We talked about it a little bit before, but I was rewatching it again today. And Emily and Alexis also. I don't like the way that Alexis, but I don't like the way Emily was treating Alexis in the very end. In case did you guys watch how she was so ignorant to her. She said, even though Alexis was being ridiculous and she didn't like that Emily pointed out that she's like, oh, Alexis was wearing the same dress as me. And Alexis took it as, you're talking shit on me. I don't know. I guess Alexis took it as a moment, right? I guess to make a moment out of the show. And here we come with with Emily, who's already trying to make a moment with Heather and trying to say that Heather's fat shaming her, which she wasn't. She said this is before the Alexis thing, but before Emily even starts yelling at Alexis, she says to Heather, you hurt my feelings. You told me to bring jeans. Nobody else brought jeans. And Heather's like, look, you sent all your sizes in and I'm dressing you guys accordingly. Heather was not trying to fat shame her. I can't stand Emily in this moment, even if you understand how she feels, right? That is not Heather's fault. That is not anybody else's problem. That is all an Emily problem. What Emily is screaming and yelling about is an Emily problem. Now, I know she's on Ozempic. I told you I'm doing it too. I gained 35 pounds. you know, but I'm not going to make that everybody else's problem. I'm not going to sit there and say, you guys call me fat, you guys fat shame me, and it's all your fault. It's all your fault. Hey, reality counselor Mimi. There was another Mimi here too I wanted to say hi to, and Mimi70. Oh my God, I turned Instagram on, right? Oh, hi, Instagram. If you guys are over on the other platforms and I don't see your comments, because only the ones that show up on YouTube show up. So I am Reality of Krista Marie. That is my YouTube channel. That is the name of the podcast. It's the Who Started You On podcast. It is on all podcast platforms and all the YouTube, on YouTube also under the Who Started You On playlist. But you can watch the Crazy Live Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Usually I was saying 12:30, but I might do 1:30 because I forget about Eastern time. I'm in Eastern time zone. But like usually I realize that later in the day, everybody starts waking up and joins the live. See how I make more people come in when it's later. But all right, so back to the Emily and Heather of it all. So the fashion show, which is a brand that Heather is coming up with. I don't know, and it's not a big deal. It's something to do. She's going to raise it for charity. So they have a fashion show last week, and everybody's in dresses, and everybody had sent their, everybody meaning the ladies, everybody had sent their sizes in. Emily decides that she's going to make a moment of this. And not only does she start making a moment with Heather, Heather's like, I'm not having this shit. I'm here for charity. I did not fat shame her. I think she's hot. And she's like, I think you're hot. And Emily's like, no, you don't. Yes, you do. Yes, no, I don't. Yes, I do. And it's like, Emily, are you even like, are you, what's going on? Are you lost in trying to make a moment and you're not hearing reality? Because you trying to make a moment spilled over to her, start yelling at Alexis. Now, Alexis gets upset. She's like, why are you pointing me out? I'm having a hard time. Before this even happens, though, Alexis spends, I heard an hour, not of what we saw, but an hour prior to that, doing this. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's horrible. Oh my God. Oh my God. Give her a moment. Get ready. Give her a moment. And it was like, I heard that one on for like an hour. So Emily was mad. But Emily starts calling her a friend of, shut the fuck up, Alexis. You're like basically treating her like a second-class citizen or like a third-class, fourth-class citizen. Friend of, go fuck John some more. Like, you're so fucking annoying. Like, I'm literally like, I was like, oh my God. If Emily doesn't start realizing that she's turning into Tamrat, tell me she's not turning into Tamrat. This is exactly what Gina was talking about. There is no excuse for the way Emily treated Alexis, even though I don't like Alexis. Start telling her to shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here. You don't belong here. We're not friends. You're a friend of. Oh, Alexis, you're so annoying. You're an obnoxious. Nobody can stand you. That's exactly what Emily was saying as she was walking out the door. Now, Alexis, I don't understand the whole, you're walking into the fire with John. Like, you're the one who is extorting Shannon. Now, obviously, I wasn't on Emily's side for that one. I'm really not on Alexis' side either. But when it comes to Shannon, I'm so proud of her. Literally, I thought that this was going to be the end of Shannon's season. We still haven't gotten, I want to know if she's suing John for extortion. I think that she should. I think that if John's trying to fix his reputation, all he did was fuck his reputation up. And I think when Alexis was doing that, Emily was making fun of her in the kitchen. And I was like, oh my God, she was doing that. I think her and John had a thing. I think John was like, the way you said it, you make me sound like an extortionist, which you are an extortionist, John. You trying to save your reputation, getting with Alexis, having her flaunt your sex slave, having her flaunt Shannon's DUI. Shannon has, there's a video out. Then you won't accept the money that she wants, the $75,000. And you say, no, I'm not going to sign this a non-disparagement thing because I want to keep Shannon in line. That's extortion. She offered you 75. You didn't. You said no because you didn't want to not talk about her. So I think that Shannon should try to get, I hope she's suing them for extortion. John, all you did was fuck your reputation. Because actually, to be honest with you, nobody really gave a fuck about you. I don't know what made you think that anybody or who lied to you and told you we cared about your reputation or we care about you, period. We don't care if it's good or bad. We don't care about you at all. We're mad at you for getting with Alexis. Your reputation is you fucking Alexis is disgusting. And then having her come flaunt it on the show and then go, no, we're not trying to hurt Shannon. And watch what happens live with your little glow up. We're not trying to hurt Shannon. We're just trying to keep her in line. She's 60 years old. And 2 years later, you want your $75,000 back for the facelift that she got. By the way, she looked amazing. And by the way, I love my face too. I'm obsessed with my face. I didn't get a facelift, but I've had now $13,000 in Botox and fillers in the last year. The last one I did last Thursday, I'm fucking obsessed with it. So I'm not mad at any of them. Ozempic. Well, I'm not on Ozempic. I'm on semaglutide. And it's working. So just wanted to let you guys know that. But the fillers and the Botox, I think that they need a lot of that when you have those Ozempic face because like of the sunken in look. I have a round face, so like when I put my fillers in, it just fills my cheeks out more, and I don't have that underneath, the bags and stuff. So like Shannon looks amazing. Alexis's hair, by the way, I wanted to start unraveling her fish braid. Was that a fish braid up the middle? I don't know what it was, an inside out fish braid or backwards, a cool looking fish braid from the 2000s. I don't know. She kind of reminds me of Jackie Goldensteiner, who always looks like she's like 1988, just got done a Poison concert, slept with the band, is walking home at 3 or 4 or 5 in the morning, all disheveled with the 80s. Like, that's just what Jackie reminds me of. And that's kind of what Alexis reminds me of. Like this 80s band, disheveled, coming home at 3 in the morning with the crimped hair. You just got fucked look. You know what I mean? That walk of shame. Your heels are in your hand and you're like walking with, you know what I mean? That's kind of what Alexis reminded me of. But I didn't like how Emily was, first of all, Heather wasn't fat shaming Emily, but Emily was friend of shaming Alexis. She was, you're not a castmate shaming. You're cool. You're not cool shaming. She was cool shaming her. She's like, you're not fucking cool. But I don't know. What are you guys saying over here? Welcome everyone. Who's on Instagram? I know. I figured if I curled my hair, I wouldn't touch it as much, but I am. She does look like a mean girl. And I don't, as much as I love the season, I love the season. I can't even be mad at the season. It's not getting on my nerves. It is actually conflict resolution, right? It's more like conflict resolution, except for John and JJ Squared and Shannon. But as far as like the little conflicts, all right, let's go to Katie and Heather too, real quick. Because I mean, not really. Heather, that whole paparazzi thing, see, that's conflict resolution, right? That's where we can get over it. And they're still hanging out the next week and everything's good. Shannon, this whole, we have to have either Alexis here or Shannon's here. I don't like that. I thought that was just like, Alexis just really doesn't belong there. You know what I mean? I mean, even if she should have came in as like not a mean girl. She should have came in as like, I don't know, she's not John's handler. She's John's handler. Like, why do you, what is with the trying to fix his reputation? Let's see. The only thing that fucked up John's reputation was if he wants to say Shannon did it from the drinking, he was at the bar drinking with Shannon, okay? Let's just fast forward. If he didn't want a relationship with Shannon, that's fine. Nothing's wrong with that. Just because Shannon said she paid for a lot of stuff, she probably did. But if you had money, John, that's on you. If Shannon paid for a lot of stuff, then what the, that's on her, or you. But just because you went, you screwed her over, you didn't want to have a relationship with her. I'm smoking. Okay. You moved on. It doesn't make you a bad guy. It really doesn't. Nobody thought you were a bad guy. I don't really think anybody even cared. We were just upset that Shannon didn't have a boyfriend. You know what I mean? That we thought that Shannon had found love again, and she didn't. And how, the DWI thing with her leaving your house. Let's see. So you get with Alexis, which is fine. You're allowed to do whatever you want, John. Nobody thinks you're a bad guy for moving on from a relationship. Nobody thought you were a bad guy when Shannon said she paid for everything. We know Shannon has drinking issues. We know Shannon has issues. Nobody thought about you. And then you got with Alexis. And then it was like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Oh my God, is he really literally a Slade? So then, John, you become Slade 2.0, which makes us just grossed out. You getting with another reality star just shows that you weren't private. You were just using Shannon. You didn't want her to talk about you guys because you were in a relationship because you were just screwing her. And you were drinking just as much as she was. Again, back to the drinking. So the night that she left her house, it looked like she pulled away and 2 seconds later had the house across the street. So did you let out? Is it me or is it the? It's a shelf with a neon light that goes up the middle, but it's crooked. And then my whose side sign, I can't really see it. When Erin gets her, I have to check to see if Erin put her sign up yet, but I bought Erin the same one. I want to move over this way. I got to you know what I mean? He's a douche year Slate. So then he goes and he gets on Alexis gets on the show. And I don't even know. I guess Bravo thought that this was going to be a John versus Shannon. I don't know what Bravo thought they were doing, but it didn't work. I mean, they wanted drama with Alexis and Shannon, I'm assuming, because why else would you have Alexis there? We don't really care. We didn't really weren't thinking about you. We only really figured you got on the show because of John. But then this whole extortion thing just made John look, he looks like a bad guy. He already looks like a bad guy again with Alexis. and then just thrown it in Shannon's face. But then the accident where he just broke up with her. He literally was 2 seconds later, they were fighting, right? And she leaves and he hears the accident. The cops bring Archie to the house and he waits until Shannon messages him at like maybe 1 or 2 in the morning before he says anything. So the cops Shannon pulls away. She says she passes out. John had to have heard the accident. She hits the thing. Obviously, the people call the cops. She goes down the road and she parks her car. Archie, she tries to pretend she's walking Archie. She gets arrested. She says she doesn't remember any of this. The cops then bring the dog right to John's house. Shannon goes, I guess, to the hospital, to the police station. John and her never speak until like the next day. And then she realizes that she sent John a picture of her bloody face. So all of this in between, John's with Alexis. He decides he hates Shannon. We don't know why. None of this makes us like hate you, John. Until after you got with Alexis and you decided to extort Shannon for $75,000. And you say it's not about the money. It's about, because you didn't want the money. You wanted to not. You wanted to be able to defend yourself. She wouldn't have been talking about you if you didn't have Alexis on the show, and Alexis keeps bringing you the fuck up. The only reason, John, you keep coming up is because your girlfriend keeps bringing you up. She wants to keep literally fixing your reputation that we don't give a fuck about. The Bravo universe does not care about you, John, or you, Alexis. Not now. You're a mean girl. You came on the show, and like I even know that Emily. Hey, I didn't realize that you were on live. Sorry. We never cared about John. We didn't think anything about John. We just thought, oh, that's sad that him and Shannon broke up. Oh, God, he got with Alexis. That's weird. Oh, God, Alexis is on the show. This is even weirder. Oh, her and John aren't together. Like, oh, my God, she let Shannon drive. All these are facts, John, that you can't fix. You got with somebody else on the show. You let her drive drunk. You didn't check on her after she hit the car, hit the house, whatever she did. You knew that you had Archie. The cops, I'm sure, told you she was in an accident. I'm sure they're not going to drop off a dog and say, here's Shannon's dog. And you go, oh, Shannon, what's going on? You know why, John? Because you were fucking Alexis that night. Which all of this that you're allowed to do. We don't care about all that. That did not become John's a bad guy. John has to fix his reputation until you tried to extort Shannon for money. And you wanted Alexis to fix your reputation. And she's like, oh, it's all so much. What I think is that night that John got mad at her for extorting herself, for trying to, I guess, bring up the picture. I don't bring up the video. Oh. Yeah, I did get. I just got it a little while ago. I have the reality sun. I haven't. That's to hang back up too. All of my neon signs. I fucking hate the fact that I cannot put them on with this camera. One day I'll get a different camera, but I'm just glad that it's not as hot as it was because I can wear long sleeves and I'm not sweating. But yeah, I know. Maybe if it was like directly behind me, this is the corner, by the way. I don't know if you guys can tell it's a corner. Like mine just like catty cornered, But I want to be able to sit back further too. And now that I have a mouse, I could probably do that and like still. Yeah, I could do that. So that whole thing. So we had that whole thing, and then Tamara. Thank God. I don't know if they're going to put more effort into Tamara anymore after this with Eddie. We haven't really seen Eddie. Nothing that goes on in Tamara's life is changed. Like I don't know if they're together, they're not there. What is Eddie doing with his life? Like. I know her one daughter is supposed to be hanging out with Katie, right? Katie's daughter, which I thought was cool. But Tamara, I like the fact that Vicky's showing her friendship. She's actually I like Vicky, and she's not getting paid to be on the show. She's just doing it to be Shannon's friend, which is good. And, they're still doing their live show, which reminds me, what's today's date, guys? Tomorrow's Teresa's show, by the way. And after I'm done getting through the Salt Lake site, I'll update you on the ticket sales and what's going on. Yeah. So Teresa's show is in Philly. Yeah. So anybody want to come to Delaware or want to come down, let me know. I will pay for your ticket. I have your tickets. I have a lot of tickets. Half the people I'm friends with are Teresa fans, and or let me say there are people that are like in our sphere of people. So it's a lot of people that know both of us and a lot of people that, it's just basically all the tickets are like us. I mean, 10 people that I know, 10 of her family members, and then 10 friends-ish, and then like maybe 10 fans. I didn't show the entire main stage that Kempire was on, but Kempire did the main stage. Adam and Jason did the loft. And sorry, everybody hit the like button. There's a lot of people watching. Sorry. Anyway, so Teresa has a show tomorrow at the City Winery in Philly. It's a live show. She did not mention anything about her podcast about it. She didn't say, "Hey, this is Teresa's podcast coming to do a live show," or "Hey, I'm Real Housewife of New Jersey doing a live show." October 5th, the other ladies, Danielle, Melissa, and Rachel, are doing a dinner, which I'll get into that too. And they are out. They are advertising Real Housewives of New Jersey. Just to let you guys know. If that doesn't tell you what's happening with Jersey, then on display every single day. That's so funny. Well, did I not just say Melissa's name? And there she is. Okay. When did Jennifer overstep? I have no idea what she's talking about. The Jennifer Aiden? I don't know. All right. So we were talking about Emily and Heather. It's like, again, everybody is like, "Oh, well, don't you understand how Emily feels?" Yeah, that's not the point. It's that she's making Heather's problem. You know what I mean? So what else is going on? Okay, so Heather's handling herself well. She's not letting them make moments out of her life. It's conflict resolution. Shannon's doing well. It's not as toxic as I thought. The show is not as bad. It's not really. Like, tonight Salt Lake is on. So last week we had Salt Lake. We had Whitney and Lisa. And I told you what Whitney did. Whitney bought Alibaba. Now, Alibaba apparently is a lot of people know who Alibaba is. But it's like a really, really cheap company, right? So she bought Alibaba jewelry. She upmarked it 700%. Her jewelry, her iris and bow. Dana Wilkie found out. And then Whitney, she did a story about it. She told Whitney that, hey, she also said, "You're doing an MLN, Whitney. This is Dana Wilkie." If you also remember to go follow Dana's podcast on Patreon. And if you don't want to pay for her Patreon, which you probably should, I always bring you the tea anyway, and with her permission. But anyway, so she does a story about it. Whitney finds out. Whitney then blames Lisa for telling, this is what they're supposedly fighting about on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Whitney is fighting with Lisa, but Lisa supposedly is the one who told Dana about the fake Alibaba jewelry, the fake jewelry and all that shit, and all the MLNs and all that. But I don't know that for sure, but that's what Whitney's mad about. Whitney is fighting with Lisa about this, calling her a villain, but we can't say that or we can't say the whole Alibaba thing and that Dana Wilkie said it because Dana did give them permission to use her name. And they tried, Evolution tried, or Shed, whatever it is. Dana wanted $3,500 because it's in perpetuity. They would make money off of it. Dana would probably make money if they mentioned her name. But they would not pay her. And even that's not even promised that they would have even said her name. So she's like, "No, I want money." Oh, everybody, please comment, like, subscribe. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm subscribed to Smiling with Erin D. And also to my girl Q. Her numbers are going up. Her subscribers are going up. So she's going to be monetized soon. And yes, we're trying to get her to 500. Then we're going to get her 1,000 and all that. So please, Q and DJ's channel. That is their channel. She is going to talk about, I need her to talk about Marvel DC. So I am not into this stuff, but I a little bit am. Deadpool apparently came out this weekend, real quick side note. And he said something on that was very controversial. And apparently now Marvel DC is canceled from the universe. The universe is canceling Marvel DC. I might have explained it wrong. I don't know if that's the whole thing. I don't know why he would have said I am who he claimed to be. Deadpool did. I don't even want to repeat it because it was just strange to me. I feel like it was ad-libbed in there. I don't know. Anyway, so, okay, back to Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. So, the Alibaba stuff. So, they have to fight about this and not say Dana Wilkie's name. Now, that's why Whitney's calling her a villain. Now, we know that Lisa's always a villain. Lisa can never apologize. Lisa doesn't think she does anything wrong. So, if she did tell Dana about the jewelry, I don't know why she went after Whitney. I'm going to have to ask Dana about that. Why did somebody told her about it? I mean, it was Monica. I don't know. Somehow Lisa gets blamed, and they don't want to. They don't want to say Adam's name. They don't want to say Dana's name. At one point, Adam was going to take the credit for it, but I was like, "Excuse me, Dana, you gave him the okay to take your credit on Bravo? Oh no, sir. Hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully, don't even say his name. He shouldn't even have asked Dana that. He should have just said, "I'm going to give Dana the credit," even if Bravo doesn't use her name. Anyway, that's not the point. The whole point is Whitney. I don't know why Lisa is telling on Whitney. I feel like, now I said this last season, when they got rid of Monica, Now, everybody's screaming and yelling at Whitney, calling her a liar, right? Because Lisa's calling Whitney a liar because she says that Diet Coke is better than Dr. Pepper. No, I'm just kidding. Because she called Lisa a villain, that is her opinion. Lisa says that is a false statement, but it is, in fact, an opinion, is not a fact. So that can be Whitney's opinion, okay? But now Whitney's like, I'm not a liar, I'm not a liar. Then they all start screaming at her, this is the thing, Whitney versus everybody else. Meredith calls Whitney a liar because she told people that Whitney and Meredith. Meredith is mad at Whitney for telling, am I saying this right? Oh my God, poor Whitney. Let me back this up again. Lisa and Whitney are fighting. Heather calls Whitney a liar because she told everybody, Meredith sleeps with everybody or has affairs on everybody. That's what Meredith said that Whitney lied about. Heather says that Whitney lied about you exploited my vagina. You exploited my vagina, Heather. She said that Heather didn't read her she didn't know about the stuff that was in the book. Heather said, I did in fact read you that part and you knew that was there. And in fact, you are a liar, Whitney. Then what else was it? Somebody else called Whitney a liar. Oh my God. Who else was it? Yeah. So they're all screaming at her. So, Angie wants Meredith to apologize for telling Monica to sue and take her house. Meredith, she did tell Angie that. She did say to Monica, you want to take her house? Because remember, Monica fell at Angie's house during Easter dinner way back when. Now, I said this last year. Remember when everybody was getting rid of Monica and everybody's yelling at Monica and Heather and all that? And Heather's like, you're a liar. We can't have this any longer, blah, blah, blah. Did Heather not in fact lie about Black Eye Gate? Not Black Guy Gate, Black Eye Gate. Every time I say Black Eye Gate and Heather, it comes up Black Guy Gate. I'm like, no. That's a whole other story with her, but Black Eye Gate, okay? She alluded that Jen Shah did it. She never said it, but she said everybody did it but Jen Shah. She made us stay for 2 years. Jen Shah did it. She lied to everybody and said she didn't know who did it. She should have just said, I got hit in the head with the door. But when she decided to do, we can't have any secrets anymore, and I kept a secret, Jen Shah really did give me a black eye, and I kept it from me because I was so scared. Oh, I was so afraid of Jen Shah. Oh God, that's why I lied. And Red's like, Heather, it's okay. It's okay. She can't hurt you anymore. She's in prison. She gave me the black eye and I can't protect anybody anymore. Protecting Jen Shah and your life would have said, I got hit in the head with a door. Never once ever said you had a black eye from anybody. A black eye from anything else but the door. Or, I don't know, a shoe. I don't know. Anything but a person did it. And go on an ultimate girls trip and allude to Jen Shah did it. Jen Shah's really going to give you, I cannot wait, honestly, 7.5 years or 6.5 years until Jen gets out. And she said, now she's definitely going to give you a black eye. She's going to literally give you a black eye for real, and wake me when it's over and I can watch that. Okay. So I also said that one of these people are going to call Monica in mid-season when they don't bring Monica back. They're all going to fight with one of these ladies going to fight with the rest of them, which happens to be Whitney. And I said, one of them is going to call Monica and go, hey, girl, oh, my God, you were right. Oh, my God, I'm so sorry. You were right. They're all fucking this. They're all a bunch of bitches. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, my God, I need you back. And, one of them, they're going to have to fight with each other because they can't fight with Monica. So we have Whitney calls Monica mid-season, tries to get her back on the show. Lisa and Heather have a nervous breakdown and say they're going to quit. So that's why we don't have Monica back. But Heather protected a criminal, and then she acted like she was protecting herself because she was scared. And then she's like, oh, no, Jen Shah really did it. She's going to get on, if you're really scared of her, she's going to blacken your other eye, Heather. But protecting her, you also can get her in a lot of trouble now because she swears she didn't do it. I got to take a drink, and you're asking me if I did do it this way. She also said that you could have ruined her probation or her parole, her pretrial, something. If she gets out on parole, this could actually mess it up or something. I don't know. If she was also drinking and stuff when she was on, I don't know. Jen Shah, I think you go for all you get. Whatever you can get out of Heather, get her in trouble, go for it. Because I can't stand her. I shouldn't be on her TV. She got rid of Monica. She also she really wanted to make sure Monica's not coming back. And I feel like the show is old and tired. Mormon Wives made it seem like literally, it's the whole entire. Like, I really do feel like Secret Lives of Mormon Wives ruined Salt Lake for me. It was already ruined because they got rid of Monica, but yeah, Heather, she either, like, it's been, what, 2 years since the black eye thing? And we literally, she was on, like, it's just ridiculous because I don't know why she even had to keep talking about it. Like, we didn't really care after that. Oh my God, I muted myself. Sorry. Yeah. So Meredith is as upset with everybody because she didn't get an apology. Because when everybody tried to accuse her of being Von Teese, they all straightened it out with Monica, but nobody ever gave her an apology. Right. Like, I've had one black eye before. Actually, remember the picture I sent you, Terry, of my eye, and it was swollen, and I was like, I keep saying I'm going to repost it because it looks like Heather's eye. I swear that wasn't even that. I'm telling you, it's what happened to me. Whatever my eye, I had Botox at some point last year, and I wore makeup the next day, and I had like not, I guess, I don't know, I got a sty, and my face got fucking, my eye got swollen. And I was like, I'm never wearing makeup after Botox again. And I'm telling you, my face was swollen like Heather's. So, Terry, I know I sent you the picture. I'm going to have to repost it. But not that we any care anymore. But anyway, so I did that one. What else we have? I couldn't think of, like, there's other feuds going on Bravo that we're going to talk about in a minute. But what other feuds were on there? I can't remember. So, yeah. So tonight, Salt Lake is on. God, I wish I had a screener. I'm so spoiled. That was, somebody spoiled me last night by doing that to me. I was able to watch it early, get my recap done early, like, so it was ready, like, with my notes and stuff. Yeah, okay. I might still have it, but I definitely remember my face getting extremely swollen. I'm gonna drop the link in case anybody wants to come up and talk about either one of these things and give me your opinion, whose side you're on. I know a lot of people are, Heather. Okay. Everybody's mad. Everybody's picking on the fact that Heather said in her confessional that the dress was not baggy on Emily, it was tight, and said that was fat shaming her, right? How come, if you say everybody wants to pick on that and said that's something she did wrong, why was Emily then able to do all the shaming that she did to Alexis? You know what I mean? So she was calling her stupid and telling her to get the F out of here. So, like, she was literally friend of shaming her. You know what I mean? Like, there was a lot of name calling going on. And, like, you know, of course, Alexis not just Alexis. Tamrat was calling Shannon an alcoholic this year. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of that going on. So let's get mad at the other people for saying derogatory things to their friends. Not just freaking Heather. And Heather was just, like, kind of, oh, yes. See you guys on Friday. Thank you. And oh my God, good luck with that. I did all of it last week. I did all two appointments. But yeah. So I feel like, you know, we're mid-season, and I feel like, you know, Alexis is a flop. She would have came in and just been a girl's girl. Like, I would have been interested in her life. I don't know anything about her kids. Like, I know that Jim won't let them on the show, but I mean, they got to be close to 18. So I would like to know what's going on with their kids. I know she talked about the LGBTQ plus community. I like that. I like that whole thing that they did. Okay, so we have Bronwyn and Mary too. Bronwyn and Brittany. Now, Mary, I don't even, honestly, I looked at it a couple times. I was watching it back again today, and Emily's the one who put it, says 12 isn't big. I'm a 12. I mean, I'm a 12 now, I think. The thing is, even Emily and Alexis, even if they were the same size clothes, they're not going to look the same. They're not going to look the same in everything. And Emily knows that. Hello, best. Oh, what happened? Erin was there. She'll be back. Erin's smiling with Erin, my Who Started You on co-host, original co-host, my bestie, was just down there. She'll be like, yeah, like I said, even if you agree with me or you don't agree with me with the Emily stuff with Heather, I mean, all she did was say that she's like, by the way, I don't know if she said it wasn't baggy on her or something like that. She said it was tight on her. I don't, Emily's the one being insecure about her weight. That's the first time I've ever heard others, and I don't think she meant it that way, but there's a lot in the derogatory things that people were saying in their confessionals and to each other. So I think we can give Miss Heather a break. I do think that she belongs in Beverly Hills, but if she can get her friendships down here, then okay. But like, I feel like, oh, my necklace is crooked. I just feel like she's not really, I don't know, like she's not really her vibe. Hi. I miss you.
I miss you too.
Ooh. I can't hear you. Hold on. Oh, there you go. I didn't realize that was all low. Okay. So what is your everybody say hi to Erin.
I'm so excited to be here.
I think we talked about the Emily and Heather thing, right?
Oh, we talked, I'm not sure we talked live on it.
Yeah, all right. So who's your opinion?
Emily, and first of all, I'm on Emily's side.
Like completely?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I know you disagree with me because you've told me.
But so why though? Like, why do you think it's Heather's problem?
First of all, Alexis is really annoying.
Oh yeah, I know.
Just saying.
I know.
And with the thing with the being, I don't think that Heather meant to fat shame her, because I don't think that's what she was doing. But I think very much Emily was saying, I don't think you're fat shaming me. I think you're ignorant to this.
So what could she have done differently though?
Because she could have told her ahead of time, hey, you're the only one bringing your own pants. Just so you know, I want to give you a heads up in case you're uncomfortable with that. We can cut an outfit if that's not comfortable for you. Because she could have cut that outfit and said, hey, you know what? I'm not okay with looking different than everybody else. If they're going to be in pants you've given them and I'm the only one bringing my own, no thanks.
I think they all brought something though. Like somebody.
No.
Why did Emily have to bring jeans? What else? What did the other people?
That's her point. Why?
Did she wear them?
She did wear her jeans. Everybody else was given pants or a skirt except for Emily. That's what she was trying to find out. Why was I singled out in this way?
What did Heather say?
Heather didn't. She just deflected, saying, I wouldn't do this on purpose, so you're just overreacting.
I thought she said, I told everybody to bring a certain thing. Like I told everybody, I told you to bring jeans.
Because everybody else, Emily asked. And say, hey, did she, because Emily tried to give her the benefit of the doubt before this ever came up.
Wasn't she wearing an overcoat, like a jacket, like a sport jacket?
Yeah.
Now that goes with jeans, though. That's something that you wear with jeans.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, I mean.
You also wear that with dress pants.
Right.
Yeah. Well, maybe they didn't make them in her size. I mean, honestly, maybe they didn't have them in her size.
That would have been okay if Emily had known that ahead of time.
I also don't think Emily's a 12. I think she's smaller than a 12, but I don't know.
That was mean what Heather said.
I was like, she's definitely not a 12. She's more like a 9 or a 10. Like
that's why I said yesterday, Heather was being a little shady.
Yes.
When
she said that, I was like, nope, can't even give her the benefit of the doubt now. I'm sorry, Heather, you were a mean girl. There.
Okay, well, how about when Emily started taking everything out on Alexis and calling her an idiot.
Alexis wouldn't shut up.
I know, but it wasn't. I don't.
Thank you. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Do you think it was fair for her to start friend of shaming her? You're just a friend of. You know what I mean?
I would have done it.
Was she lying? No, she was telling the truth. Emily was telling the truth.
Well, so was Heather. The pants were not baggy on her. They were tight.
That was the dress she was talking about.
The dress, yeah. All right.
The dress.
That was when she fat shamed her. That's when Heather lost all credibility.
And do I think that they're going to fire Heather? No.
No.
That's why I said on my show yesterday, give Alexis to Vicky. Let Vicky ruin her.
She ruined herself. Like, think about it. Like, everything that they did made John look like a bad guy. Nobody thought about John. Nobody cared about John. Nobody thought about him either way.
Nope.
Like yesterday I said, I hope that Shannon takes everything that JJ Square got and Alexis has, what John has left in his bank account.
Extortion on camera.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Through a lawyer. The lawyer said he wanted to keep Shannon in check.
Yeah.
What?
It sounds
You
like they said that the lawyer said that it's an insurance policy just in case she goes left.
But he has a video he has threatened her with. He threatened her with this. I'm not
pretty
gonna
sure that Shannon's going to get, what's owed to her.
Me too. I think that's fuck the 75,000. I would not give him shit now.
My thing about that is, Shannon, get that tape so it's in your possession.
Oh, Shannon wanted him to sign it, and he didn't sign it, so she didn't.
But she was also signing it, so that's the thing.
I know,
because she couldn't say anything disparaging about him, and he
Yes.
couldn't do the opposite. So he would have had insurance right there because she would have had to sign. She can then be attacked.
and the video. Apparently, the video is insurance
Right.
too.
Yeah, see, that's where he crossed the line. That's where he became lower than dirt.
And he didn't even do.
He's
And
the scum of the earth.
somebody released some kind of video of it. It was released. Something was released of her hitting the house. So if it wasn't him, somebody did.
It's
So
probably a
even
neighbor.
even him just saying it, that's enough for me. Like you saying it, and even if you did it or not, the fact that you threatened it is even gross. It's just gross.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, he was like, I didn't think anything of him. They didn't have a good relationship. Not his problem. Not Shannon's fault. Not anybody's fault.
Yeah, some people just don't go together.
And for the ones who don't know, Jim Jansen is watching the show.
I know, and you know what? I would too. I would
And
make
he's
sure
watching it because he might, like he said, if Alexis gets up out of line, he's suing her butt.
I mean, I don't know how he feels about her talking about the kids. I don't know. I guess she's not allowed to show the kids, but she can talk about them. But
Right.
I don't know why he's so. I mean, he just does not like her. That's the thing. I don't know what is John's fault or what is John's problem? Why does he hate Shannon? He obviously doesn't like her because he wanted to hurt her. Maybe he just met Alexis and that happened. But to put her on the show and have all this stuff going on around her and threatening Shannon, and all she does is talk about John. All she does is talk about John and Shannon. Like, why did he want to have all that mess? Did he not think this is going to like backfire in my face? I mean, because it did.
Right.
I've watched What Happens Live.
I think the thing about it is, I misuse the word gigolo. He more sounds like a sugar baby.
I don't know.
Trying to hop to the next rich female and get money.
Alexis doesn't have any money. If she marries him, they have to live off John's money because she won't get alimony anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
And child support.
Mamir made the mention of yesterday that if she marries John, her alimony ends.
That's dumb. I would not marry. I mean, she's got to be living off of him somehow, and that's crazy because she was engaged to the other guy too. Maybe she doesn't get a lot. Maybe it's not worth not being married. Like, you know what I mean?
Remember, she's very religious, so religiously getting married or living in sin as she would see it. I'm not saying that's what she is. I'm saying that's how a religious person may see it. May be harsher for her than giving up the money.
Right.
She's already admitted to doing it 4 times a day. What's the point? I mean, honestly, she probably does love John. I think she does love John. I think that it just happened to work out in her favor, that she fell in love with a guy. It just happened to get her back on the show. You know, it just happened to get her in the spotlight again. And I think she did fall in love with him.
I think she may love him, but I wonder if he loves her. That is my real question.
I don't think that he does.
Yeah.
Well, no, he didn't. That's his. Oh, no, the ring was free, I heard. But apparently the ring was given to them, I guess, so she could, like, what is it called? When, like, you know how, like, what's the name on Vanderpump gives everybody jewelry? Ring? Yeah, no, it's like, you have to, I guess, like, advertise it. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, but she's becoming an influencer.
Yeah, because somebody else has the same exact ring, apparently, another celebrity. Yeah. But anyway, like, I do feel like he wouldn't have done that if he didn't love her, because he could have married Shannon for clout.
Right. Shannon wouldn't marry him. Because remember, she was going through divorce. She wanted to be independent. She wanted to make it on her own before she got married again. I'm not sure Shannon actually would have gotten married.
Shannon? Oh, I think Shannon would have got married. I don't know if her and David. I don't know. I think she would. I mean, I just think she wanted to be with John. She wanted to be with
John said different times he would marry Shannon, and Shannon was always the one to change the subject. I'm sorry, I'm just pointing it out.
Well, Shannon, I think that Shannon knew something was up. Let's be honest.
I think honestly, he only that one time is the only time I ever heard him say moving forward was last season, about 3 episodes before the reunion when the kids were leaving for college. He's like, now we can move our next steps, and that was, she said, the only time he ever brought up future things. He would never let her stay over.
But when he was asked by Tamara's husband, do you want to marry Shannon? He said yes.
Oh, was that like when they were
that, like, moved the subject around? Like, she didn't. Maybe he didn't bring it up because Shannon made it obvious she didn't want to get married.
I don't know. He
even at that dinner, it was like Shannon was like, "Shut it down."
Well, like she said,
Shannon's not ready for marriage. Shannon wants to worry about her kids.
No, I think Shannon. I think she wanted to be with John. I think she wanted to be with David.
Be with him, but doesn't mean she wants to marry him. There is
exactly. You're right. You're right, sister.
There's a difference. If John didn't break up with her, they'd still be together. Think about it. John did break up with her.
Oh yeah,
right. They would still be together, but not getting married.
Huh?
There's a difference.
They'll still be together, but not getting married.
That's what I think they would have continued to date.
He literally before they even first of all, he never wanted to. They said they weren't even. He said they were never in a relationship. She never stayed the night there. They never were going to move in together. He was just drinking with her. They were drinking buddies, and then
First of all, we know that's not true because they lived together during the C word that we shouldn't say on this show because it goes against your.
I mean, did they actually live together? I mean,
they were living together.
Yeah, but after that. So you're saying Shannon, John did not want to be with Shannon. You guys are crazy. John did not.
No, I think he uses people. That's what I'm saying here.
I think that's how he became a millionaire.
He used Shannon by using people. He's using Alexis. That's what I see.
So
with Alexis, here's the difference. He thinks he has to marry her. She's religious, and marriage is a big thing when you're religious. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be in a relationship like that if I didn't see marriage as the long run. She's religious, so marriage has to be in the cards, or she's out, and he knows it.
Well, I hope he has.
He can just go play with.
Well, hopefully he has enough money to support her because what is she going to do? She's not. I don't think she's going to be back. She might be back on the show. I don't know.
He can put an engagement ring on.
If she comes back next season, then Vicky needs to chew her up and spit her out.
Yeah, I don't really want to see their relationship. I feel like Shannon. I hope she met somebody on this Love Cabin or Love something. They just did a reality show where they
Love Island.
No. And Housewives just did a trip. It's like a dating show with Shannon. Who else was on? There's who is it? Oh my God, you guys know who it is. You guys want to talk. They just a dating show, and there's like 4 or 5 housewives on it. They were on a dating show. It's called Love Cabin or something. Instead of Ultimate Girls Trip. Shannon's on it. Luann, somebody from Potomac, Giselle. I think they all met somebody. Apparently, they all met somebody. So it already filmed. But I hope Shannon met somebody because
Shannon needs somebody Shannon needs someone who is like their friends, and then a relationship follows within it.
Well, yeah,
take it slow, baby steps.
Well, that's a relationship. That's just a normal relationship. That's all she wants is a normal fucking relationship. Not a guy that just literally drinks with her and sleeps with her. Yeah. Literally. He did not want to move forward with her.
I don't think he did, but I'm not 100% sure he's in love with Alexis either. Did you see them on Watch What Happens Live?
He had a glow up and he was smiling and I don't know.
No, but did you see Alexis? She looks scared.
Yeah, because literally there's no answer to the question. There's no right answer. What were you trying to do? Hurt Shannon? Why? We don't have an answer. There was no answer. There's no answer to what they were trying to do. Nope. There was no relief. There was nothing to fix.
I don't even know why Andy even had them on the show.
It's contracted every single freaking one. Unfortunately, I just got let up.
But she's a friend of the show. She's not.
No, I'm so glad he had her because I was wondering about the relationship and getting to see that episode of her on Watch What Happens Live. I went, no, he is a player. He is not really caring about her.
I don't see why else he would be. I mean, honestly, there was no relation. There was no reputation to fix. There really wasn't. I mean, I don't know what the hell. Who knows what the hell he was even talking about? Because everybody said he was cheap. I mean, he ruined his reputation by being with Alexis.
Yeah.
don't know. He wanted to get to her, but
he's a narcissist. He can't see that.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think he's a narcissist. Because why else would he hate Shannon? Why else?
He's a narcissist.
Like, why does he hate Shannon so much that he wanted the money back after 2 years? He wants to hurt her.
I think that was the thing. He was starting to run out of money.
Oh, I have a different theory.
What?
All right, shoot.
Okay. He dumped Shannon because Shannon was starting to do the show with the Tamara and Vicky. He was losing control of Shannon.
Yeah.
He, before that, was controlling her whole life. So he allegedly is a narcissist. And because he was losing control, he was going to dump her, thinking that she would drop everything and come back to him. If not, he's just going to find somebody else to control.
I think
he is now moved on to controlling Alexis. Alexis is a much weaker personality than Shannon. And so I don't necessarily think it's love, but he might marry her because he can control her.
I agree.
That's what he wants. You're right, because he did try not to have her on the show. Apparently, he was going to pay her double not to come on the show.
And I don't think that's true at all.
Huh? What?
That's not true at all.
That's what she said, and he said it too. And I'm like,
yeah, but I think he told her to say that because he wants to make it look like that. And he came on the show and he did the lawsuit, thinking everybody's going to be feel bad for me because she said all this stuff. And look, obviously, it's not true if I'm suing her. That's what he thought was going to happen.
Oh my god, it makes it more true. It makes you look more cheap, dude.
Yeah.
It makes you more cheap.
Because let's remember this, y'all. Hold on. Let's remember this.
What?
Jim Bellino said that it was Alexis who said sue Tamara and Shannon. He didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. See, now he just said the other day that they had nothing to do with the lawsuit, that Alexis had absolutely nothing to do with it.
No, Jim has been saying for a while. I don't know where you heard that, but Jim came out with who?
Literally on Jeff Lewis or Andy, whatever show he was just on, he said
no. When he was on Jeff Lewis, he said it sarcastically, but he said no. She was always a part of it. He on Jeff Lewis
said sarcastically she wasn't a part of it, but he
he made a joke about that. That's probably what you heard.
That's yeah. Take the truth.
No, he always said no. Alexis was of course a part of it.
Okay.
So you probably heard him being sarcastic and then took it the other way. But
well, I mean, still. I mean, what is that? I mean, really, he should have sued them. They were talking shit.
No, he should have not sued them.
Well, I mean, hey, if you don't like somebody and they're talking shit, you can't get them the show, and he did. So, and that's the whole reason he's watching the show again. He wants to make sure nobody's talking about him, and Alexis doesn't say anything this or that. But I feel like Shannon and John broke up because he met Alexis. I do think he didn't want to be with Shannon. She was good for the time. They were drinking buddies. And then he met Alexis, fell in love with Alexis, and then Shannon had the accident because she found them together. And he's like, "You're an alcoholic. You're ruining my life." It's like you drink just as much as she does. So when Shannon was drinking, you were drinking. Maybe you're not self-medicating, but I feel bad.
I'm trying to Google the Jeff Lewis thing.
Yeah.
From what I remember, he did say, even in that interview, Alexis was a part of it.
Oh, okay. Well, he should have just said that instead of saying that. Because what I heard was it was like 6 months after we weren't even.
He was sarcastic on Jeff Lewis, so he may have said something.
He was
kind
a
of
dick.
sarcastic.
I mean, like,
he was probably sarcastic, but he did say it.
But he's being himself.
Was a part of the lawsuit, and even Shannon said, "Your husband," which I think Shannon already knew that Alexis Bellino was behind it.
But what does it have to do with
okay. I think I remember the part. No, Jeff Lewis was trying to say, was her name on the lawsuit? And she said no. And he said no, her name wasn't on the lawsuit, but she was behind the scenes. Okay, so now I know what we're talking about.
But she knew about it or something? Or
yeah. She knew about it.
Right. But I mean, Shannon, what if Shannon can't get mad at Alexis for that? That was so long ago. It doesn't mean that Shannon owes Alexis owes Shannon $300,000.
But my thing about this is that she can get mad because technically Alexis is behind the scenes doing the same thing that she did with her ex-husband.
What? Oh,
trying to make John pursue this lawsuit and extort her for a lot of money.
Easy. Why you think
it's Alexis doing the lawsuit?
Interesting. Well, that just makes him look horrible. Like. It just really does. I mean, if he's controlling Alexis,
I don't know if y'all noticed, but pay attention to her body language. She'd be
Who?
like, I'm not Alexis. Pay attention to Alexis' body language. She's like, yeah, I'm all stressed out. I would be stressed out too if I'm behind the scenes, trying to get my man to sue a woman for extortion.
He doesn't have to. He is. It wasn't. He was. She wasn't. She
Right.
didn't have to come into it. He is. The lawyer said,
is.
"No, you want the money? No, I'm not going to sign this." It was all going through. They all did it. I do think though that a lot of things she was saying, John was like, "Why are you saying this shit? You're making me look horrible." I think they got in a fight that night, and she didn't want to say that because at that point she was like saying a lot of shit that like maybe he didn't really want her to say. Like, we had this video and she almost ran his daughter over and, this money and that money, this and this, whatever. I like, why else would she be so upset about it? Ooh, like, you're
And
the one going,
I can't leave John. It's stressing me out so bad. I can't leave him, but I want to leave him.
Why would she even talk about leaving him? They're the ones doing it. They're going after Shannon. The only thing I can think of, they got in a fight and John was like, stop making me look like an extortionist. Stop making me look like I'm extorting her.
Oh, I have a theory on this. Too, when you're ready.
No, go ahead.
Go right ahead.
Okay, so my theory is, so at the same time we see Shannon finding out about the lawyer. I think because John is a narcissist, allegedly, John screwed up saying something to his lawyer, but John can't take the blame, of course. So he has to blame Alexis for his own errors. And then that he took out on Alexis. Alexis went to the party, and that's what we saw.
Yes.
That's it.
I can't say. That's exactly. You're right. Exactly.
That's exactly.
And then I also don't like how the rest of them are like, oh, I love it when Shannon wasn't here, or it was so nice when Alexis wasn't here. It was so nice when Shannon wasn't here. They need to stop making. Shannon doesn't want to make this about Alexis and John. All Shannon wants to do is have a good time and be on the show and hang with her friends. But like everybody else is making it. Well, Tamara. I don't.
And Tamara and Shannon are like oil and water this year. So that's what it is with the two of them.
I don't think she'll be back next season.
You can only go through this one time. Like, okay, Shannon only has one time to go through this in her life, right? She had to go on the show. Hey, Dustin. Shannon needed her friend at this moment, and Tamara wasn't there. So there's only one time for you to be here, Tamara, for Shannon, and you fucking should that you weren't. This is a time that she'll never get back to be there for Shannon. So to me, that's when you're out. Like, you're done. This is when I cut you off. You're dead to me. Like, Tamara should be dead to Shannon. Like, that's it. Like, you had one time to be my friend, and like when I needed you the most, and your tough love was to like literally call me an alcoholic on camera and make me feel like shit and do a bunch of shit, be friends with Alexis, and behind the scenes, Alexis, make sure you do this and make sure you do that. Like, even if the show or not, there was only one time to be my friend, and Vicky showed up for Shannon and Tamara didn't. Vicky's not even getting paid to be there. So, to me, I'm like,
a true friend.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay.
That's my thing. Bring Vicky back. Okay.
Yep.
Tamara, go focus on your child, on your adult child who you need to rebuild a relationship with.
The robot was Emily making fun of Alexis. I'm like, oh my God, she was there. And they said, oh my God, they said that was an hour.
What was everybody's favorite part of the episode of Real Housewives of Orange County? Just curious. I have a favorite part. I'm just curious.
Vicky and Shannon on stage, of course.
Yep. Me too.
That
was my favorite part.
The whole tap dancing thing, I'm down with it. Like I said yesterday, they are sexy.
And the shirts, like throwing the shirts out. Like, I think that's cool.
That was awesome.
They should do all of it. Like, who cares? Like, make sure I update you on Teresa's show tomorrow. They should do that. There's so much that, listen, I would go just to see them.
Tonight?
Tomorrow night. Why, you want to come? You want to come?
No.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. It's only 5 minutes from your house. Please.
Yes, I think it really is only like 5 minutes.
It really is.
Yeah, please. How am I going?
Oh my God. I promise I'll. You're getting stressed out.
I love Teresa. Everybody knows I was a Teresa girl. But just no anymore.
I'm not going to tell you.
I love Melissa too, but I was like, oh, Teresa's my original girl.
Teresa, no. I had a nightmare last night.
I'm friends with her, so she's like sad. She's really fucking confused about why I'm going. Half the people I'm going are her friends. Like they're to support her. So like you're gonna call security on me? I'm not even gonna play with you.
I can't with Teresa.
You put
I mean,
look here. You just put money on her table, sis. That's what you did. You put.
I'm not gonna
You
have
just
empty.
put money on her table.
She'll look really dumb if there's a bunch of empty people seats too. Like I'm not gonna tell people not to go. Like she's fucking living in like flipping days. She should have just literally. I don't want money. I don't want to be like. I literally would have been part of her show just to make it fucking interesting.
Yeah.
And people would have thought that was like, you know, people wouldn't have thought it was her. I don't know. But I don't know what she's going to do. I don't know how she's doing this. I'm actually nervous for her. Because
my thing about this is that she just put money on her table so that she can possibly pay her rent for next month.
It's a grift. That's all she's doing. I guarantee you, even if she doesn't, if they don't show up, like if she says they're not a lot of tickets are sold, I'm not going to do the show. That is awful. Because that just shows you don't care about your people. Like you're only doing this. Kempire didn't sell a lot of seats, but he still shows up, right? And he has Kemp is a great show, but not a lot of people can come out on a weekday. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Fill the main stage. We saw it was Alex. I mean Alex. I keep saying Alex. Adam and Jason and Zach, they sold out the Loft. That never happens.
Well, Zach has sold out.
That's not what this is. It's way different. This room is so much bigger than the Loft. Yeah. I was like, oh my God, this room's huge. Well, and I can see
Zach picks a room that he thinks he's going to fill. He's very smart business-wise that sense. He wants to
I'm so confused what she's doing and who told her to do this and not say she's a Real Housewife, but say she's
probably PR.
This probably is weird. PR. Or maybe she didn't put a thumbnail into City Winery and they just used a picture of her. But it doesn't say Turning the Tables podcast, Teresa Giudice, Real Housewives of New Jersey, Teresa Giudice. It just says Teresa Giudice.
Because Bravo fired her. We're just going to be honest.
I know.
Bravo,
and then
Bravo October fired 5th, her.
And October 5th, Real Housewives of New Jersey, Melissa, Danielle, and Rachel will be at a dinner. They're doing dinners. They've been doing that.
Because her week. And what's her name? Jennifer.
Safe.
Jennifer is fired too.
I don't know why she didn't bring Jen with her. Like, why invite Kim D?
I really want to know the 6 podcasters. I'm sorry.
The what?
The 6 podcasters they consumed with or whatever.
What happened?
When Teresa and Jennifer were talking to the podcasters, I want to know which podcasters. I want the whole name to come out.
Oh, you mean like behind the scenes people? It's you know who it is. Well, they've all turned on her at this point. It was HH.
Oh,
Gabriella, Melissa's old news. Melissa Gorga. What was her name? Mon or something. They called her Mon.
Allegedly, this is all allegedly, people.
Oh yeah. Well, not really, because they turned on her. I mean, honestly, the blue check next to Teresa's name you can't fake that DM. So that's not a fake DM.
You can put the alleged sign up that I just made you.
Oh no,
I have one.
Because
no, they're the ones that came out. The ones that came out are the ones, that talked about her, and the ones that are still talking.
But let's be honest, who's still talking to her from the cast? We don't know.
Nobody. Jen Aiden.
Is Jen Aiden now?
I don't know.
I haven't seen anything on Instagram with the two of them together. I'm just saying.
That trip.
I think that Jen Aiden and them were friends just for the show.
I think something. So, all right, this is another thing. This is allegedly. I heard the trip they were all just on. Apparently, Louis and Teresa left the hotel, the very expensive hotel, and didn't pay the bill. And a certain people.
No, I don't think that's true.
Oh, it's very true. They said Avignon was paying for it. They thought that Marcello was paying it. Marcello thought that they were paying it. This really happened. This is a real thing. Then apparently some people were getting stuck saying, hey, your friends didn't pay this bill. Jennifer Aiden and Bill Aiden, would you like to pay this? Oh, we can't. You know what I mean? This is a whole big thing. Everybody said, oh, I thought this person was paying for it. We thought Marcello was paying. Also, allegedly, I mean, I guess it is alleged until I talk about it. There was a couple of different calls to the room of Teresa and Louis for fighting. Wellness checks. So I think some things happened and then they were in Miami too. I think some things happened.
To be fair though, people think Jersey people are loud, so they could have just been talking. And
I mean,
people
honestly,
well,
welcome to
yeah.
Jersey. This happened. Just welcome to New Jersey. This is how people.
Yeah.
This happens all the time.
Yeah.
It's nothing new. They're just not used to it. People, everybody else is just.
So to be fair,
I really couldn't say anything. Yeah, honestly, it's just another day. So they're probably just fighting at the moment, Jennifer.
or just talking loud because I'm sorry, I love people from Jersey. They're right over
Louis,
there.
yeah,
But
I know.
you guys are loud.
I know. I listened to myself on somebody else's podcast. I was like, I'm screaming at you. I'm yelling at you. I'm so sorry. I'm like, and I'm still doing it.
I have to remember, and DJ gets on me about this too. He's like, babe, you're loud. I'm like, I'm not loud. I'm just overly passionate. That's it.
Yeah.
Me, Jacqueline, and Larita got into it in Patreon, and literally everybody just got the fuck out of our way. And we were fine. After a while, we worked it out, and we're good. And we're like, we understand each other, and it's just like, kind of just stay out of our way. Don't, the Jersey girls are fighting just, because at one point we're both like, shut the fuck up. Like, literally, say the fuck out of it. We're talking here. No. But like, and I was, you know how I was pissed. I was like, Jacqueline, you're a fucking joke. Like, well, I was like losing it. But like, we understand each other in the end. We understood each other. I get it. I understand.
If they bring back Jacqueline, who do you think that she'll be friends with though?
Teresa. This is the thing. Why did Teresa have Kim D at this event? I don't know. If Kim D is her bestie, she could have had clout and had Kim D at this thing.
Kim D is not. I like Kim D.
But this is just her. Like Teresa
is not clout.
She's not, but Teresa's doing it by herself. I'm nervous for her, man.
Here's the thing. I like Kim D. She gives out like a lot of info, but I agree with Aaron. She's not really clout.
She kind of needs to like not talk about Jersey.
But she looks like I'm sorry. More people are not likely to show up to Kim D and Teresa because that's putting. And I'm not saying it mean to Kim D or Teresa, but they're not very well liked. You're not going to put two hated people from Bravo World on the same stage because either some people aren't going to want to see Kim D or some people aren't going to want to see Teresa, and the combination just.
I just feel like it would have brought more people. I don't know. I just can't see her. She can't even do the podcast by herself. I really have to say. I want to save her ass. I swear. But I really would. If she's floundering, I will stand up and literally try to help her because it'll like make me crazy to see her get there. Blah, 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 blah. Like it'll be like me stuck on stage. I will want somebody to rescue me.
No, she's going to be doing that. You're just going to have to sit there.
Oh my God. That's another thing. I'm going to like have to hold somebody's hand. Because I'm gonna fucking like not be able to stop, like, because I mean honestly, when Kempire show, you could hear me talking. Me and Joe Mendoza were having a whole conversation about the whole tea thing. We're just talking, and it was like it's very quiet in that room. It's just crazy to me. And Kempire's amazing. He has real followers, and it's hard to fill a fucking room like that. I'm just so shocked. I'm just shocked. 158 tickets. It didn't move. The number never moved. That's not a lot. When Kempire sold 100 and it looked empty.
I just don't think I don't know if she'll show up.
I don't think she's going to. I really don't think so.
I don't think that she's going to show up. And if people want reimbursements, I don't think she's
City
going to
Winery. You don't get. No, you don't. City Winery has to get it. Yeah, and that pisses a lot of fucking people off because it's expensive. That's a lot of fucking money. I don't want City Winery credit. I don't want $600 City Winery credit. I had that last year when David fucked us over and Kim D fucked me over. Because they canceled the show at the last minute. So guess what? The Luann seats and then her. Oh God. I was like, but it's a night out and it's not that far. Like it'll be a good time if they don't start up. I know. I hope.
Well, check this out. If she doesn't show up, then you can just take over the show.
No, they'll cancel it. Nobody, they won't
cancel it. See, and the thing is, I don't know how if City Winery makes you have to sell a certain amount to make it worth it. Either way, she should be getting paid regardless how many people show up. And regardless, I think it's up to you how many seats you sell. You get a certain percentage, they get a certain percentage. But hers are expensive. Hers are up there. Hers are more than Kempire's, which is wild to me. But she's Teresa Giudice. But if he can't, I don't know. Whatever. It's a night out. I mean, oh my God, Louie. Oh my God. I'm getting nervous already. Oh my God. And you know I always sit in the front, so.
I could not.
I thought I was the talent one time. We all thought we were the talent at Adam show. We're like, oh yeah, there's RC here. It was for Marge, but we all sat there. All of us sat there because we thought we were the talent. But I said, I will never ever buy tickets and not sit in the front. It's not worth it. And nobody else. The seats were all empty anyway. There was nobody there. Me and Joe were like, oh,
were the tickets, sis?
If you don't do the meet and greet, 75. But if you do the meet and greet, which fuck the meet and greet, it's 5 fucking minutes. And if you're late, you're late. You don't get a meet and greet. And then you sit there for 2 hours and wait. Bullshit. It's like it's 50, 60, and like 75. It's like a 3 different tiers, like where you sit. You saw like the different. I showed you the different parts. So think about it. I showed you the stages, right? That's a bunch of tables, and then another bunch of tables. So a table with a bunch of people, and like a bunch of empty seats. Tables with some people, bunch of empty seats. Table with some people, bunch of empty seats. In like the size of like an auditorium.
I gotta go.
Okay, love you.
I love you. Bye.
All right.
Love you.
Bye, sis. Love you.
Bye. Everybody subscribe to R&D. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I loved Adam and Jason's show. I loved Zach's show with Robert, but it was different with Kempire. It was just a different vibe. I guess because like
Kempire's show looked like that was full.
It was fun, but like nobody was hanging out after. Like at least with Robert and Zach, we all hang out all night long. You know what I mean? To me, that's worth it. Right. I don't see me hanging out with Teresa, but the people that we have in common, I don't know. I mean, I'm not going there to fight with her, but I think that like it would be a little more interesting if somebody was talking to her, like, and she's talking to herself. That I don't even like to hear myself back. Like I don't watch my own podcast back because I don't want to hear myself talk. I don't know. Maybe she'll surprise us. I don't fucking know. I'm scared for her.
I'm not sure if she doesn't show up, then you need to take over the show.
She'll be a complete CUNT, and I'll regret feeling bad for her. I'll be slapping myself in the face for this. Watch. Because here I am feeling bad for her right now, and she'll end up being such a bitch to me, and I'll be like, fuck this. Like, I'll be really mad at myself for feeling bad for her. But
no, I would take this as a chance to put on a damn show.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you know.
You hop up on that stage and you shine.
I literally wish that like I had the balls to like ask the Brock brothers and like I would love, I don't know, because like when Adam and Jason did it, they invited other people. Like it didn't matter who you were. If you were a podcaster or a content creator in the area, you were on stage with them. And I just assumed other people would do the same thing because why not? Nobody's asking for money. I don't know how the money part works. I don't care about that part. One day I'll figure that out. One day if I get big enough, like we'll figure it out. You know, when we get an SUV and we drive around the country, pick everybody up. But yeah, I see all the people on Instagram and all the people watching on. What happened? Oh, well. So what else is going on in Bravo world? Anything? All right. So where are you at? I lost you. Hold on. What the F happened this weekend? So Deadpool, apparently something was in the movies this weekend. Deadpool versus Wolverine or something?
Yeah, Deadpool versus Wolverine was in the movie theaters. I haven't yet seen it. I'm starting to now get on DJ's behind.
Fire Teresa, I know. Thank you, Andrea. I know. I know there's a lot of people watching me. Like, I'm sorry I'm talking shit on her. I'm not really talking shit. You hear me? I'm not talking shit.
We're not trying to talk bad, but at the same time, Teresa dug this hole herself.
I'm sorry, guys, on Instagram. I see some people were messaging over here. Sorry, guys. Hey, Replay Co. Bravo Replay. If you guys are still listening, yeah, Teresa has a live show tomorrow night in Philly. And, you know, it is what it is.
And it's not fair to Joe that he has to bury his sister.
That's what it is. I feel bad. I do feel bad. And that's what he's mourning his sister. And it's like,
it's not fair that his children are being disrespected by their aunt, saying that they're not a Gorga.
I know. And that's the questions I have. But like, those questions, like, I feel like, I don't know, she would not answer them. They're not the kind of questions that, and this is another thing. I want to see how many of her goddamn people that always have her back so viciously show up for her tomorrow night. Now, I don't think a lot of people
live them spent their own coins.
I don't know if a lot of people here, but I know like family and friends are going. But like, I want to see the people that are online who fucking literally pay money to come see your girl. I mean, yeah, I know I'm not that far away. I wouldn't be traveling, but I mean, a lot of people flew across the country to see Adam and Jason the first tour they did. A lot of us, 10 people, literally went to all 3 states to see them, where they were the first podcast tour. And now a lot of people do it. And this is actually a little bit of a travel for her. This is about an hour, 2 hours south of where she's at. So when they're not at the shore, we're not all close to each other. So it's like this is a travel for people.
And to answer your question about Deadpool, I just looked up everything. It was a hoax.
So it didn't really happen.
It really didn't happen. It was a hoax. What they're trying to get Ryan Reynolds back to do is a Deadpool multiverse and a Deadpool 4 with Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man.
So in the movie, did they actually say that part or no?
No.
Did he say "I am Jesus" or what? Like
that, I haven't seen the movie yet, but if they did say it, then I retract what I said. Allegedly, it didn't happen, but a lot of people are saying that it did. I don't know.
Heard it. I mean, a lot of people in the movies heard it. They said, and I heard, but it did sound like ad lib. I was like, that sounds weird. It sounds like it just comes out.
Here's the thing that people have to understand that in movies, especially with Deadpool, they do a lot of ad libbing. So Ryan Reynolds did not say it. It was ad libbed if you did hear it.
So
and understand that whole thing, "I am Jesus," was supposed to be funny.
Yeah. But people said it was
funny. It was nothing serious.
I get it.
So
I know.
for all of my Christians out there, realize that was a joke. It was a hoax.
Yeah.
I mean, but right now they're trying to work on, like I said, a Deadpool multi-universe.
Oh, so they're trying
Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man.
So what would happen if he gets in trouble? They would cancel him as Deadpool and they would pull him out of Marvel?
Here's the thing. People have to understand. Ryan Reynolds owns Deadpool. He owns the character. The rights to Deadpool.
I'm so confused.
So no one else can play Deadpool
other
than Ryan Reynolds.
That's all well and wonderful and great, and that's all nice and great and all, but like, what does that have to do with the hoax and him saying something that's like very controversial? Like, what does that have to do with?
Controversial, but it was funny. People have to realize.
I know, but what does that have to do with him playing that role, like him owning Deadpool? Like,
exactly, it has nothing to do with him as a person. Deadpool itself is meant to be funny.
So you mean he had to agree to it? He had to approve this line or something, is what you're saying? But his wife's leaving him over it? Or is that a lie?
No, she's claiming that she would, but I doubt it because Deadpool brings in millions of dollars.
Well, is she leaving him or not? Because apparently it did happen. So is she
if she is leaving him, then Brian's saying kudos to you. I'll pay child support to see my kids on the weekend.
But it was a hoax. So why would she do it over a hoax?
I don't know. She's the Lulu. Sometimes she's the Lulu.
I don't even understand what the hell happened. Obviously, he's not. Yeah, Brian is a part of a freaking movie. If the directors are the ones that put it in there, that's who should be in trouble. Marvel should be in trouble.
Right.
Brian's wife should leave him over something. I mean, if he had to approve it, I mean, I don't know.
Well, she wants to leave him because the simple fact is he's going to continue on to do Deadpool. But she has to realize all of the clothes and jewelry that she has, huh?
She's rich. She
wants to leave him.
Why?
She wants to leave him, but because she doesn't want her kids to grow up knowing that their dad is Deadpool.
She said that
kids are old enough to know that dad is Deadpool.
He's not Deadpool. He's not Deadpool.
His character is Deadpool.
This is so confusing.
Ryan Reynolds.
Are you fucking with me right now?
No, Ryan Reynolds' character is Deadpool.
But we're confusing real life with like fiction.
I know, but here's the thing.
She gonna leave her husband.
Fictional. They need to understand that their dad plays the character Deadpool.
Yeah, but that doesn't have to do with. Why would she leave her husband over that? I'm confused.
I don't know because here's the thing. She's confusing.
You're fucking with her.
I'm not fucking with you.
Yes, you are.
I'm not. But she did. But even Ryan Reynolds said, he said, my wife threatened to divorce me and take the kids if I did another Deadpool.
It wasn't real. I know it. See?
But here's the thing: if the wife was threatening, then
if you were gonna leave me over that, you should leave.
Then he should leave, but he's not going
to. She's not married him.
Because Ryan Reynolds wants to play Deadpool again when it gets down to Spider-Man.
But
and
it's
then he wants to do the multi-universe.
After he played Deadpool, she had more kids with him. So,
and think about it: it doesn't matter if she does leave him. She's not. I'm not looking for her. I'm looking for him to play the character.
Well, I can marry him. Just saying. She's. I don't know. Now that literally that dude is Wade Wilson, the actual like the serial killer Wade Wilson, the strangler guy, who did this. I can't even look. I have a hard time even watching Deadpool. I'm so mad. I hate this guy so much. He ruined it.
But I mean, he did an excellent job. I'm not gonna lie.
I know Deadpool's a really good character. I was just worried when I saw that happen.
Deadpool.
Oh my God, they canceled Deadpool. He's canceled. Poor Ryan Reynolds canceled.
Deadpool cannot be canceled. There's Marvel fanatics who would literally protest, and Deadpool will be right back on our screens.
I was like, is this another Hollywood like? I feel like
Y'all, 2027, we're working on another. They're working on another Deadpool.
I mean, he's not even an evil character. He's kind of like he's not a villain. He's like
he's
vigilante justice.
He's a multi-character, y'all.
Because I feel like vigilante justice is okay.
Exactly.
I mean, that's like, people think that the pagans are the outlaw bikers, that they're just bad people that go do things for no reason. No, they hurt people that hurt other people.
Mamir, all this is gossip, but I'm telling y'all right now, if you go type in Deadpool news, go literally type in Marvel Deadpool, you will see that they're working on another one that's coming out in 2027.
To make it, but he's not even
including one that includes Spider-Man.
That's
why they're bringing back Tobey Maguire, because Deadpool said.
Oh yeah, Ryan. I'm trying to think of Ryan. He's just he's just funny. I don't think he's funny.
He's an excellent actor. He's funny.
And I'm sure the kids will realize that he's not actually Deadpool. Like he was also in another, like a bunch of like romantic comedies. Are they going to think that her dad's cheating on her mom because there's a bunch of romantic comedies? Like you're cheating on our mom. We don't know. We can't tell fact from fiction. Like, you know what I mean? Like
but
they could go
funny, and she married a funny man. If she can't take it that his job is not serious,
no, I think she loves him.
Then she needs to divorce him.
I don't think
she's with Vin Diesel.
I think he's lying. I don't think she
ever about this. Go get with Vin Diesel.
She doesn't want to be with anybody else. She loves her husband.
I know, but she also wants the money too.
Well, duh.
Ryan Reynolds.
Blake Lively was rich though. She had her own money. She was the princess of Hollywood. She was.
Blake Lively about this, Ryan. Go buy your wife a Mercedes Benz.
Yeah, maybe you should just stay off.
Buy her an Lexus.
Maybe you should stay off the characters for a while and like get back to real life, because like apparently these people are confusing real life with like. Because obviously he's probably one of the highest paid actors in Hollywood. She ain't going nowhere, and so is she.
She is.
And so is she, though. Oh my God.
My thing about it is that if you miss the Hollywood life, then go back to acting, sweetheart.
I mean, she doesn't, because they're still there. They're still in it. They're still doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God he's still working. He's an awesome working actor.
The way how this economy is, he needs to still be working.
Remember Just Friends? The movie Just Friends?
Yeah.
I fucking obsessed with this freaking movie. It's from literally when I was in 1996 was my year. It came out after that, but it goes back to 96. That's when I fell in love with Ryan Reynolds. Okay, I fucking love that movie. I love it.
Did you hear about the episode of Friends that they're coming out with another one? They're coming out with another episode of Friends.
Friends.
It was a TV show.
Oh, the friend, like another.
Right.
Of it. Like a remake of it?
Yeah, they're doing a remake of it. They're bringing back all the old cast except that one who passed away.
Yeah. I know they were talking about it before, but we said, nah, we don't like it. There's no reason for it. Because everybody's like, it would ruin it. That show was one of the first shows I was emotionally invested in. It's the first show that made me laugh when I was in rehab. And I never stopped watching it. But they're all it rhymes with Bugatti, so and it illuminates.
Quick question: have you watched Mama's Boy?
No.
It's on Max. It's on Max. It's
on
a TV show. It's called Mama's Boy.
Oh no. Is it TLC? Is it like stupid, like obsessed with? No, nope. No, I can't do the daughter's obsessed and the mother's obsessed. I can't do it. Makes me want to throw up. Bathing with your mom. I looked at my mom. I said, no fucking way. No. And
okay, so I told DJ that if our future kids do come out to be all boys, I do want to be that parent who like brushes her son's teeth.
I did. I beat up all of Zach's girlfriends. That's why he doesn't live with us. We raised his nephew. He doesn't live with us. He did not live with us. I beat his girlfriends up. I swear. Like I beat them all the fuck up. I would not be a cool mom. I realized that. I thought I would be cool with his girlfriends. Nope, they're all a bunch of whores and groupies. I'm telling you, I would fight with them. He did. He would fight with them, and I'm like, nope. And then they couldn't live here. He literally could not live with us because of his girlfriends. Because I'm like, no, nope, get the fuck out. No, because they want to sit there and fight. No, you're not fist fighting in my house. You're not going to beat my kid. I'm going to beat you the fuck up. You know, you're not going to beat him up. My nephew in front of me. I'm going to beat you the fuck up, bitch. Dumb whore.
You have to understand these moms. They want to brush their kids' teeth.
That is crazy.
Bathe them. Still treat them like that.
Yeah.
They're.
I mean, that was a little weird. I was like, hey, Bill, come hang out with me. I sound like a weirdo, but then he's like, what do you want to do? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, him and his girlfriend will come over. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I'm just not cool. So I'll be like, hang out with me. But I didn't realize how uncool I was, you know? No. But I don't know. I'm sorry. And I love my family and all, but like, I'm not obsessed with there's even sisters. No. Mm-mm. I love not living with my family. I would never. No. I would never. Nope. I would come live with you before I would live with them.
I got you on that.
Like I would go live with Aaron before I go live back with them. So
no, but these are these boys that are clean to their mommies like this.
Oh,
and mommies can't let their boys grow up. But there is one guy on the show.
But then I hope they're willing to take care of him. Right. Yeah.
And his wife is like, yeah, he's so entwined with his mom. But when I call him, like, to come help me out with our kids, he doesn't answer. And the mom's like, yeah, don't answer the phone. Like, today's just me and you. We're out.
Yeah, no. That's weird. Don't you have a life?
I told you, I'm like, what if I'm that parent? He's
no,
like,
you might
then...
I was like more like
I'm that parent, then I need to call Krista and tell Krista to tell you to quit babying our kids.
Aren't you like that?
They're 30 years old and still doing this mess.
How are you with Dakota? Do you get jealous? Like, do you feel that way with Dakota?
I thought with Dakota was different.
Yeah, you don't feel
I love Dakota, and y'all have to understand I will protect her with my heart.
But do you get like jealous of significant others or anything?
I don't get jealous of Dakota. It's just I want her to be more independent, and she knows that.
Do you tell her like, yeah, okay, yeah? Because I feel like
Dakota knows that her mom wants me to be independent. She wants me to do X, Y, and Z because she is a female. Understand this, and this is my opinion in life. Us females have it harder than the guys do.
Oh yeah.
Therefore, she kind of does need that sense of independency.
Yeah, and like, and honestly, she's not going to want to live at home forever either. Like, once she gets a taste of her own, like having her own plate, like once you have a taste of that,
and that's something that me and DJ have to come to realization is that due to that she's autistic, she might not ever be able to live on her own.
Oh.
You have to understand that due to that she's a high functioning autistic, she might not be able to ever live on her own.
But see,
but I still want her to have that sense of independency.
Yeah. I mean, I watched. Well, we see how like Does she crave it though? Does she think she wants like? She probably is more. She's high functioning, so she probably does have independence, right? Without you guys,
right? She has independence. She has her chores.
Yeah.
Right now, y'all, Dakota does not have her cell phone because she got that taken away.
What's she do?
Not listen. She didn't listen. Simple. I call her to come here.
Oh, okay.
Crickets. And I've been calling her like 6 times, and her dad's been calling her like 4 to 5 times. It's kind of like.
Was she on her phone?
Yeah, on her phone with earbuds in. And it's
like, see, we got her earbuds though. That's not.
But
I know. But she needs to be
One
available.
thing about it is, even with one earbud, I
That's
can still
true.
hear.
I know.
You
I
can
feel.
still hear.
Yeah. You're right.
So bring me that phone, Missy. She'll get it back eventually.
That's good though.
But
That's good. Though. I mean,
y'all have to
honestly,
understand. Yeah, me and DJ, we always tell her, hey, when you show us that you can do certain things on your own and we don't have to remind you, then we'll consider maybe giving you a little bit more freedom. But that's earned. And we have to protect her.
Zach just was a wild person. He just did what he wanted when he wanted. And I didn't like that. I'm very particular. Like, I can't live with other. I get too anxious when people living with, with my house. Like, I don't like people in my space. Like, my space is not other. I don't know. I'm weird like that. I used to have roommate. Like, we used to have people stay.
You're like my space isn't anybody else's space.
Well, my cats.
You know, if you're gonna live here, obey my rules.
And then that's another thing. Like, I still don't like people. I just feel weird. I don't know. I'm weird. I don't like people in my house. I feel like, but it's also my cats. Like, there's certain things that they need, and like, you cannot have drugs in my house. You can't like leave doors open. And when you know what I mean, cats can get out, and I will kill you if something happens to them. And I only trust me and my husband here. You know, not to like poison my cats. You know what I mean? Or like them getting out. Like, we know what to look for. And twice Maureen left the door open, and it's like, now I can't have you here. Sorry. You know, like I'm not going to like risk something happening to my cats. I live on a main road.
That's another thing. I don't know if you went over it, but Jen's son needs those type of boundaries.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Like, he needs to understand that everywhere you go has rules.
I know.
The world, the universe has rules.
I felt so bad for her. Because he was like something a little. I mean, he's going to realize that his mom. But see, that's the thing. I remember people would say to me, "Oh, listen to your parents." But like, I know now I should have listened to them. But as a kid, you're not going to listen to your parents. But when you get older, that you're going to say they were right. They were always right. They were right. But we didn't.
And
listen.
we all do, y'all. We all do.
There was no point telling this kid what to do because he wasn't going to listen to me or George.
And I probably wanted that his dad gives him a little bit more freedom.
Of course, yeah. And he probably just has him and his dad there.
Hold on. Did you hear that allegedly the cast of Sister Wives makes about 40 grand an episode?
Yeah, because I mean, look at what they've been on the show longer than any Housewives, right? They should have. The Housewives make up to $1 million a season, so yeah, it's about right. So. Yeah, they should be making more than that. And the kids weren't making anything, apparently, right?
Right.
Yeah. They've been on longer than Housewives. That's the thing. I don't know how they don't have money. The Real Housewives they've been on longer than the Real Housewives. They've been on TV longer than the Real Housewives. So they should have money. Maybe TLC doesn't pay them as much, but I'm sure it's up there. That's pretty good.
Well, Janelle, I sent you something on TikTok. Janelle bought the land. Her and Maddie and her husband bought that land with their money. Not Cody and Robin's money. Her own money.
Oh yeah. Are they gonna sell it? Are they gonna resell? Wait, oh my god.
We're talking about the land that Maddie and her mom and her husband own.
But they don't want to be there, right? They just want to resell it, I guess.
No, I'm not talking about Cody saying Coyote Path. I'm talking about what you saw on Instagram. So, on Instagram, they want to show to where they bought a piece of land.
Oh, and the Montana land? Or Montana?
Right. The Montana land.
Oh, that's cool.
She used her own money. And I'm hoping that she goes after Cody.
I hope so, because I mean, I'm glad they bought that property. That's good. I'm glad that her and Caleb are back here. But yeah, Janelle needs to like get on that and get her money from him. Out of Robin's house. That's what we're selling Robin's house, so that's probably why. He's gonna have to pay back at the wives,
Right. Well, I gotta go.
I go too.
I'm gonna say bye.
I love you.
Y'all.
Text me a little bit.
Talk to you later, sis. All right. Bye.
Bye. Text me Q whenever you get done doing what you're doing. I'm gonna let you guys get to. I know there's people watching, but thanks for watching, guys. Sorry I was off the rails a little bit, but I'll keep you posted on the Teresa stuff. I can check real quick to see how many tickets she sold, but I don't know. I'm going. It's not that far. It's not that much of it's not that big of a deal. So tomorrow night, I'll let you know how it goes. But everybody like, comment, subscribe, and all that. And I'm not going to be an asshole. Like, I'm literally going just to be supportive, like, and have a good time. Like I said, half the people I know are like Teresa, so like it's a bunch of people that support her. So, all right, guys, I love you. Oh, and thanks for the compliments. I do like my hair better curly. I was hoping it would stop me from playing with it so much, but it didn't. But all right, guys, I love you. Goodbye.